And it's time for another recess. I hope that this video finds you well. Um, I wanted to chat a little bit more about the spirit of recess, just because I think it's worth chatting about why I'm creating this space. Because yes, it's about fun and play, but also it's about recess as a portal to other states of being. It's a portal to the infinite, we might say. That's one way of talking about it. There was a famous quote by the poet William Blake, and I'm going to find it really quickly here. In The Marriage of Heaven and Hell, he says, "If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. For man has closed himself up till he sees all things through narrow chinks of his cavern." Now, the Doors, the musical band, right? They took their name from a book called The Doors of Perception by Aldous Huxley. You may know that. But Huxley took his title from this quote by William Blake. And William Blake, of course, is talking about this idea of how we have really closed ourselves off from the infinite. And part of it is that we've done it ourselves when we're socialized to become adults in this modern Western civilization. And part of it is that it is seems to be sort of just a natural function of living, right? You kind of have to develop linear ways of dealing with making sense of the world around you and, you know, dealing with problems that come up, that sort of thing. But in so doing, we often close off again this connection that we have to the infinite. And what do I mean by that? Well, the Doors and other musical groups, they tapped into this sense of the infinite through psychedelic drugs. But you don't have to do that. A lot of people in life, not just religious people, but any number of people, would tell you that at some point in their lives, or maybe frequently, maybe once, maybe every now and again, they have this experience of connection to the oneness of all things. Some people call that a mystical experience, but it's a sense of complete well-being, total well-being and peace, and not wanting for anything, feeling just a complete and total sense of, some people call it bliss, but it's a connection to all that is, to everything that has been, to everything that will be, to our place in the cosmos, as mysterious as that may be. And that is when I talk about the infinite, or when I hear about the infinite, that's what I think about. The thing is that when we're in a state of play, which means that we're not self obsessed, self conscious, we're not thinking about ourselves, we're not analyzing our lives, we're not, you know, checking off things on the to do list. We're just being, we're just present. We have the ability to tap into that sense of the infinite. And what might you say is the value of that? Well, it gets us out of our habitual thinking patterns. You know, the ones, the nagging voices in your head that are telling you you're not doing enough, or you need to do this, that, and the other, or you should be doing this, and why are you not doing that, and do this faster and better, and those, or the ones that are worrying about the future, or the ones that are ruminating about the past. Yeah. The infinite doesn't need any of that. The infinite is all that ever was and ever will be. It's here in the present with us. And it's when we think about the infinite, right? It triggers a sense of awe, because there's this mystery about this cosmos that we're part of. No one really knows how we got here, what it all means, but it's wondrous, right? It's magnificent. It's beyond our comprehension. And yet we get to be here on this planet playing this game of life, right? We get this opportunity. And so much of the time we're just going through our days like, oh, got to get through it, another day on the computer, another day riding around, running errands, whatever it is, got to get through it. Recess, though, is a reminder that, oh my God, we get to play here. We get to. This is an incredible, once in a lifetime opportunity, in a millennia opportunity. As far as I can tell, this is my one chance to be me on this planet now. Likewise for you. So it's worth it sometimes to just break out of our habitual thinking and tap into the infinite a little bit and our place here in this wondrous, magnificent, mysterious cosmos. A little moment of wonder, a little moment of awe. So that's really the gift I wanted to give you today is just a couple of minutes of awe, a couple of minutes of wonder to just kind of remember that this is such a gift. This is such a rare, incredible gift that you have right here, right now. And it's okay if you have to go back to your job, but maybe you'll take a little bit of this feeling with you. Maybe you'll take a little bit of that into the rest of your day, and it'll feel like there's just a little bit of pixie dust on everything you're doing. So leave you with that, and feel free to leave comments, questions, tell me your thoughts. I would love to hear what you think. All right. And I will see you next time for another installment of Recess.